In the West Bengal budget, there was also an announcement of rupees 50,000 monthly assistance for unmarried female students. Let me get in a perspective from Ms. Saira Shah Halim. And ma'am, your thoughts on the same. 33% reservation for women in the state, rupees 36,000 crore monthly assistance for women, rupees 50,000 monthly assistance for unmarried female students. Can this freedom of movement, for example, that has been facilitated through the free bus travel and the larger support that has been provided by the government, can this translate into a higher workforce participation in the coming years?
From the look of it, it is needed, but the larger message that is being sent out is that women who are unmarried are somehow dependent on, a social welfare scheme or a dole. And I think that should not really be the messaging here. The messaging is a welfare scheme should be given to the people who really need it. And here the point is, like I said, when you're talking about welfare schemes, we need to understand that who are the beneficiaries, what exactly is being culled to ensure the facilitation of this new scheme for unmarried women. So we need to understand that a lot of unorganized sector scheme workers like the Ashas, Anganwadis, contract laborers, they have no inflation practices. So I feel the umbrella can be larger by incorporating, a lot of schemes for the unorganized workers, gig workers, scheme workers like Ashas, Anganwadis, contract workers who otherwise do not have any inflation protection.
So then I want to understand from you, follow-up question on the same. Do you think that this decision that has been made, is it in the right direction? Is this a progressive step that has been made, or is this a regressive step in your assessment, as you say that there's a messaging that has been sent out?
See, the messaging, if you see along with the budget, is also, the present government is planning to roll out 2 stringent bills to tackle public disorder and vandalism. Now we need to understand what is public disorder, because it can be a very dangerous move to criminalize public dissent, because West Bengal has a history of dissent, of strikes, of unions. So if there's a democratic protest happening, okay, now if the government says under the pretext of maintaining law and order, if it starts rounding up students while also framing the West Bengal finance budget, but at the same time it's passing authoritarian bills, then there's always a mixed bag. Here the point is, what we are concerned about is welfare shrinking, corporate appeasement, and the criminalization of protests. I think that is the primary concern here.
Also get in a perspective from Mr. Vineet Ruai, who is still with us on the broadcast. So your thoughts on the same. Of course, Ms. Halim has put out her perspectives, but do you concur, do you differ, where do you stand?
See, I do agree to some places with Saira, and she's been a good friend of mine for past so many years, and she's been a good social worker. She knows what is at the ground level, and she's been like one of the politicians as well, I would say. But let me tell you one thing. What she said about the perspectives on women, see, the state is in a very bad shape at the moment, and she already said that there is a debt of about 7.5 lakh crores. So in the given situation, how it would come out for the women, I don't know. But like unmarried women or the married women, that really should not matter, because as Saira shared, that it could be basically like people who do not even deserve to get money. And here always we say that we should try to help people who are economically backward, not who are just unmarried people or married people. It doesn't really matter actually. So that is one point where I would say that we should be very careful while allocating any money, because you must have seen Lokir Bhandar in West Bengal, lot of male people had taken away the benefits which was supposed to be given to the females. So this is more of like introspection by the government, vigilance by the government, which is very important. And one point which I want to make, which I do not agree with Saira, because she must have seen the hawkers which were removed. I want to make 2 points over here. In the time almost like the CPIM time, there was a scheme wherein the hawkers were given special spaces and they were like put in a place called Maidan. There was a Maidan market which was built up mainly for the hawkers of New Market area, which is the heart of the city of Kolkata. And these people who were like given places in the Maidan market, they took the shops over there, they rented them out, came back to the same places in the New Market area. So which was really bad. Moreover, I want to make another point that if Saira is aware of the hawkers in the areas like Jackson Lane and the main heart of the city, which is close to the writers building, and especially like Bagdi market area, then these hawkers are millionaires and some of them even billionaires who have huge godowns, almost like 50 to 60,000 square feet. I have personally seen them, and they are like multimillionaire people, and they are sitting on the road only to just expose themselves to the people. They don't pay any taxes, and they are making huge money out of it. And moreover, on the other side, the people who are sitting with offices, with shops, with their trade license, with the GST registrations, paying taxes, they are being blocked. They cannot do business at all. So which is really bad. And it is important for the government to clearly point out the people who are doing all this. Because if there are people who are economically backward, we are definitely distributing freebies to them. And the taxpayer is being taxed only in order to help these people out. So there has to be certain level of vigilance over these things, and we have to be very careful while allocating any money to anybody which is a freebie. That is what is my take on this. Saira wants to say something. Let her come in, please.
All right, ma'am. Yeah, 30 seconds, please.
Yeah, can I continue with what Mr.
Yeah,
Vinay
ma'am, I'm a
Puria
little
said?
short on time, but 30 seconds, please, if you
It's
can
just
make it
one line.
argument.
It's about the hawkers, right? So here I'm not talking about the hawkers being given unbridled power. Here I'm talking about organizing West Bengals in a, because it's a very complex issue. We need to balance the urban order, taking into account the pedestrian safety and the protection of a very, very vital informal livelihood. The framework for this needs to exist through the Street Vendors Protection of Livelihood and Regulation of the Street Vending Act 2014, So we need to, organize the vendors, not just have a complete
Okay.
free run, So we need to look at safety parameters, livelihood parameters, all that.
Okay, okay, all right. Let me get in some more breaking news that we're tracking very closely. Swapan Dasgupta has also made a crucial announcement of 38% DNS allowance for state employees in the first BJP budget in the state of West Bengal. Let me get in a perspective from Mr. Vineet Roy only on this. Sir, what do you make of this move that has been implemented?
The DA increment is definitely required because from time to time, like the country is moving towards the 8th pay commission, and the state employees need to be equally compensated with enough like salaries, and they should not be going into corrupt practices. So on one side, where I welcome this move that the DA has been increased, and on the other side, I would also say that there has to be a strict vigilance on anybody who is getting corrupted working for the state. And like it's been a long time, like people have not been get paid, and at times like they don't even get their salaries, even the bonuses during the Durga Puja time, which is the biggest festival in the state. So this move is definitely good. But on the other side, like the MLA funds, which has been increased from 70 lakhs to 1 crore rupees for each constituency, like we have seen that people do not spend it. And so the money which is being used for the public welfare should also be taken care of. On the other side, like the state employees should also be living happily with enough salaries, because we see like a lot of, even Swapan Dasgupta said that the salary has been increased to 16,000 per month. So 16,000 per month, how can a person run his family and livelihood with a meager salary of 16,000 per month? Because being a state government employee, if he's earning only 16,000 per month, it's a really bad salary, and that needs to be taken care of. Whereas on the other side, we have a department called the minimum wages department, which says that you have to pay a minimum salary of 27,000 to each employee. So why is the state government not handling that situation? So this is very important. I mean, the increase in DA is always welcome, But again, like the state government should ensure that enough salary is given to the state employees.
Right, absolutely. All right, let's put out some more breaking news that we're tracking very closely. West Bengal Budget also saw an announcement of 7 to 8 new international land ports to enhance border trade. Let me get in a word from Colonel Kunal Bhattacharya, who's also been very patient with us on the broadcast. And sir, your perspective, 7 to 8 international land ports are going to be put in place